Okay, so college Merp. That was my topic of the week, is college Merp. So, like, everyone is in college except for Edward.
I'm not.
I don't really consider ACC a college. That's how I felt when I went there. I'm like, I'm not really in college. I'm studying to prepare to go to college.
And right now I just really feel like I don't want to go to college. But at the same time, I'm trying to think ahead and be like, where am I going to be in, like, May or March when those acceptance letters would get rolled around if I applied now? Or would I want to be in college by next year? In my attempts to not take a year off and just go forward and do something, have I taken a year off and do I need to go to college? And part of me is like, it's like considering, do I want to be there just because of the atmosphere of, like, other people around me also want to be going somewhere. Maybe we don't know what, but we all want to keep moving forward, rather than what I'm doing right now. And it's just, life is very static. And I just like...
I would suggest getting on Meetup. It's this online website page. You're able to go to a number of different organizations. Like, there's Meetup coffee spots, there's Meetup hikers, there's Meetup snowboarders, there's Meetup gamers, there's, all sorts of different communities. So that way you get that sense of community environment where you're seeing people and engaging on a social level outside of work or outside of your general social circle. Another thing I would say is, don't be afraid to hold off on college. Because if I had gone into college immediately after high school, I would probably have 3 different addictions and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I was in a bad spot when I left high school, and had I gone to a place that can nurture somebody into good habits, but also offers plenty of opportunities for bad habits, I would have done poorly. I'm not saying that you're in the same state as that, but it's not something that should be taken lightly, because it is a lot of money, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of commitment. So make sure that you are ready to go when you are ready to. On the same note, don't wait too long.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone says. It's like, don't feel like you need to do it right now, but also don't wait too long, otherwise your life is fucked.
Well,
and then like,
the time frame more relies on you. Like, what are you doing with that time, and are you doing something that's helping you progress as an individual or a worker or whatever it might be to get to whatever your long-term goals are. As long as you're doing something that's healthy for you, that's, acceptable, that's within your goals, and, or even just, to relax and take time off before that. As long as it's not becoming to a point where it's like college is no longer in the picture, where it's like you've either gotten in too much debt outside of college or too many obligations. If it's something that, you end up in a career that you just work your way up the ladder, you don't necessarily have to go back to college.
Right. John, you have finished college.
I have.
Was
6 years
the 4 years worth it?
6, actually.
6. Was the 6... That's a lot longer. I think 6 doesn't sound like much longer than 4, but... but do you feel like it was worth the 6 years, or are you waiting for that it was worth it to, like, come still? Or how has it been?
It's a weird, time right now just because the economy. Usually you come out of college and you're like, oh, cool, I've got so many job opportunities. But from what I learned and the experiences, I think it was totally worth it. And college is another one of those things where it's not just like Brandon was saying, it's about your attitude towards it.
Right.
How successful you're going to be, not just how smart you are and how you put yourself towards your schoolwork and everything. But from my experiences, it was very much worth it. When I left, and I'm still getting over it, I want to go back.
Right.
Just because I miss learning and I miss the atmosphere, like you were saying.
Yeah. Because at the end of at graduation, I got to make a speech. I was chosen as the student speaker.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And
You did.
I basically the
You're not.
We didn't graduate at the same time.
I know. That's why I was just like, I don't remember you giving a speech.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Moving past that
on
speed
this
bump.
on this very awesome speech, which I have been told was the best speech that had been given at Dakota's graduation in a very, very long time, that the underlying theme was, don't go to college just because everyone else is going to college, and don't go to college because it's the next thing to do. Like, you need to be more aware of where you're going in life because you need to have an ambition. You need to have a thing that you want to push towards, and then use college to do that, or use college to find that opportunity, and then, if necessary, drop out of college and then grab onto that. But as long as you have that, like, thing to grab onto, that's what college is supposed to be for, rather than just flying out of high school and just blah, 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 I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. But in my attempt, I said that, and I'm doing the exact opposite of what I said in front of 2,000 people. Was that...
So you're saying you want to go into politics?
Ooh.
So far it's fitting. Okay, we're not going to talk about politics on this podcast.
Yet.
Oh, God.
We might dabble.
God. All I will say about politics is that I'm so fucking glad that the last election is just over. Because that means
For
less
now.
annoying YouTube ads.
Yeah.
YouTube. Oh, the amount of how much this candidate loves the environment and how much physical mail they sent me, it was absurd.
Yes.
Daily. And because in my house, there are Republicans, there are Independents, and there are Democrats. We get everyone. Every politician that's
Oh,
running
dear
for
God, that's just all
everything.
the mail.
Mail, and then the canvassers who come up asking us for our
right.
votes. Mm-hmm. Which sometimes are fun to break. I do that to the religious people who come to my doors too. I should stop. It's me. And
Anyways,
I
no,
just
it's
get
not.
this sick pleasure when you watch their eye twitch to the point where you see that like parts of their brain have actually come unhinged and they don't understand how to understand
What?
reality.
This is getting
No, they don't.
getting dark lightning shit.
They don't die. They just leave with a sense of their entire life has no purpose. And it's
That's beautiful.
And
So college.
So college, Merp. So that's why that is why I said anyway. So that is why I said college Merp, because Merp is the only way that I have physically in those few many words to say that I am a hypocrite. I said that I wasn't gonna take a year off and just go ahead and do something with my life and not go to college because it was the next thing to do, and now I'm wishing that I had done that.
If it helps, Edward, just your summary of your speech made my graduation better. Because my graduation speech sucked.
What
Even
was
if
your
I wanted to
graduation
fuck the
speech?
person
'Cause
at the
my
time,
sister,
it sucked.
I talked to my sisters afterwards, and my sisters were like, when we graduated, the speech was, A is for this, which has to do with high school, and B is for this, which has
When
to
did
do
your
with
sister
high
graduate?
school. 2006,
From?
Dakota Ridge High School. Did you guys graduate in the same year?
Yeah, she was in the same class as
Oh my god! Holy shit! Nikki and Stacy Towner were my sisters.
Huh. I was really stoned and in
The names
choir
sound
stage.
really familiar.
Because you've met Nikki.
I have met Nikki. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm just saying in the my high school escapades, the names sound very familiar.
I will pull up a picture of Stacy, because I'm pretty sure you would have recognized Nikki. I'm pretty sure. But I'll pull up a picture of Stacy.
Let's do this when we're not recording, because it makes awful radio.
Oh, right.
Right,
Anyways,
we're doing a thing.
right. Fuck, we're recording.
You just blew
my
my mind now.
graduation was
Because I was like, that sounds really fucking familiar.
my graduation was really great because I was in the choir, so I got to sit underneath the really nice booth things, we were on the stage. We were at Red Rocks.
Right.
And it was raining most of the graduation.
Oh, wow.
So we were in the only area
Nice.
that was sheltered,
Covered.
and I'm standing out there staring at all my peers, and I'm looking at most of them like, I hate 80% of you. Enjoy this. Enjoy this moment. So I didn't really listen to any of the speeches.
Right.
I was really high because me and a couple of the choir kids, and we also snuck a bottle. Those robes cover so much.
They do.
So
It
easy.
was hot as hell. I didn't know that.
They
It was
were.
raining, so it was nice that day for us.
I was
It-
lucky.
it
I
was
didn't
a
have
beautiful
to, I was
day.
lucky. I didn't have to
To
buy
me,
my
it was like
my
my
robe.
enemies are getting rained
buy it.
upon. I am feeling good, and I never have to see these fuckers again. It was a beautiful day.
I don't
But
have to buy my robe.
The
'cause
4
I got
years
it from
leading to
Corey.
it sucked.
Oh,
He
yeah.
lent me his.
And not
nice,
in a good
that's
way.
nice.
Well,
Ask your sisters. We cooked on buses in those robes for a while before they started moving.
Oh my god, no, yeah, like when we were in those robes and it was pouring down rain, and luckily our it was an indoor graduation because it was the Belco Theater in the convention center in Denver, and
Fancy fucker.
no, it was fancy as shit. It was like ThesCon. I was like, I always wanted to be on the stage, and I went, dude.
I thought Red Rocks rock.
And then I gave a speech on
I
that
get to
stage.
see
That
it
was what was
perform
cool.
on there.
But no, on our way there,
Nice job.
we were like in heavy traffic, and we couldn't roll down the windows because all the girls were worried about their hair, and we were worried about our robes. But we were all suffocating to death in the buses. It was horrible.
Happy.
It was like it was like carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. It was miserable. But otherwise, I had a pretty good graduation.
But coming back from the tangent, yeah, college is like I've had people
Coming
that-
way back from
Coming way back. Yeah,
I've
college.
seen when I was at UNC, they did not do good their first time around, and then they left and came back, not to UNC but to other institutions and did much better. So it's
Well, and going
It's all
back to
about-
what you were saying, what your motivation is, and I think a lot of people do what you were saying is they go to college because everyone else is going, and it's a social expectation. Once you finish high school, you should go to college, and where I agree that it's good for you to go that route eventually, it's not something that should be taken lightly because it is expensive. Student loans, you do have to pay those back. Even if you do get grants and scholarships, there's still plenty of money that you still have to give to someone. And so because of that, it's not a decision that should be...
And that's the other thing that I didn't want to go to college immediately for, because I didn't have like the grades to get the awesome scholarships. I had a 3.25, which was not horrible at all, but it wasn't great by any means either. And then I had a 30 on my ACT, which was pretty awesome, but it wasn't enough to like, oh my gosh, full ride. And then, oh wait, my parents didn't give me didn't have like a fund or anything that they had saved up, because apparently there was one and they spent it. Yay! So yeah, college was like, it was and kind of still is not really that much of an option, but I don't know where to go next. Because it seems like college was the place to go next. But then
I'd say look at some of like Metro and University of Denver. They've got public forums that you can go to where they have like public speakers and everything. Speechers. And I'm not drinking tonight. That's the funny thing. Speakers, and they've got a bunch of people who like. I went to one with Patch Adams.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams is a Robin Williams movie.
And he's based on a real person.
Oh!
it's based on
I didn't
a true
know
story.
that!
Yes.
Based on a true story.
Cool!
Yes. And he is a real person, and he dresses like a clown. Like he was pretty funny. He got very serious at moments, but yeah, they've got a number of different things that you can just sit in on, so you're able to get kind of like that college mentality and environment without having to pay anything. So it gives you like a little bit, little taste of it before you get hooked.
That's where I'm at,
In
though.
my old person experience,
You're so
you've
old.
got plenty of time.
Okay.
As long as you start by like your early 20s, you're good. Because I was actually just discussing this earlier today, we're in a completely different world where you're not like an adult, notice the air quotations, listeners, until like
Look at
35.
Until when?
35. I still
Shit,
know
you're
like
an adult until then?
Okay, I'd say 30.
30, 35. Like, you're not like this generation's adult, making quotations with my claw hands. So we've still got time to, molt and cocoon and grow and
Sort things out.
butterfly and sort things out and
Pull
figure
your head
ourselves
out of
out
yours.
and
Those kinda
figure out
But
where
then,
we're going.
but then, and here's the kicker.
Again?
No more done.
Where does ambition come in there? Because if you are an ambitious person like I am, 30 sounds like a really long ways away.
Well, and it doesn't have to be.
And
I mean, and it, trust me, it goes by a lot quicker than you think.
God, remind me.
We are turning into old people.
Where's my
We're
walker?
not old. We're not old. We are under 30. We should not be saying that, but present company makes us feel a little bit more. It goes by quick. That is for certain. I know. I mean, feels like I was yesterday when I was just graduating high school.
Feels like only yesterday.
And it was much longer. Our 10-year reunion is coming up. And,
Don't remind
so
me.
you've got two aspects that are going against each other. You have time, but it'll go quickly if you don't pay enough attention to it.
And that, folks, is the paradox of life.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
42.
Buck a bag. Buck a bag. Buck a bag.